This is part 7 of Reading the Constitution Together, Article 2, Section 1 and 2. Section 1. The executive power will be entrusted to a President of the United States of America. He or she will hold his or her office for a term of 4 years, but not to exceed 2 terms. Each term will begin and end at noon on January 20th. The President and Vice President will be elected to the same term as follows. Each state and Washington, D.C. must appoint a member of electors equal to the total number of senators and representatives which that state or district is entitled to in Congress. The legislature of each state may determine the manner in which the electors are chosen. No senator or representative or person holding any official position under the United States may be appointed as an elector. The electors must meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for president and vice president. They may not vote for a president and a vice president who are both from the same state as the electors. They must name in one set of ballots the person they voted for as president and in a different set of ballots the person they voted for as vice president. They must make separate lists of all the persons they voted for as president and of all the persons they voted for as vice president, and the number of votes for each. They must sign these lists and certify that they are correct, and send them sealed to the President of the Senate. The President of the state must open all the certificates in the presence of the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the votes must then be counted. The person receiving the greatest number of votes for president will become the president, as long as he or she receives a majority of the total number of electors. If no person receives a majority, then the House of Representatives must immediately elect a president by ballot. They must choose him or her from the 3 persons with the highest number of votes. In choosing the president, the votes must be taken by states, and each state will have 1 vote. A quorum for this purpose will consist of at least 1 member from 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all the states will be necessary for the election to be final. If the president-elect dies before the beginning of his or her term, then the vice president-elect will become president. If a president has not been chosen before the beginning of his or her term, or if the president-elect does not qualify, then the vice president-elect will act as president until a qualified president is chosen. In case either a president-elect nor a vice president-elect qualifies, Congress may provide for this by law. Then this law will determine who will act as president or the way in which the acting president will be selected. This person will act as the president until a qualified president or vice president is chosen.